Welcome back to ZoomTV. I'm now with a person who's becoming very well known across Australia. It's one of the critiquers of real life TV reality shows to do with renovating homes. One of the best, House Rules. Joe Snell, how are you?
Very well. Nice to meet you, Aaron.
Joe, it's nice to meet you as well.
Thanks.
I said it off camera, but I want to say it on camera because everyone deserves to know. That is a good head of hair. That's a great head of hair.
Thank you very much.
Healthy, good root system.
Yeah, good.
You've become, you've had a quick rise, but there's a bit of a story to you that I'd like to find out. How did you get involved in the show?
Well, I'm an architect and that's what I do, and I still do that, and I have my own practice. One day I got an email from a fellow architect, a really nice lady, and she sent me an email and she said, I know about this casting, you should go and do it, you'd be great at it. And I was like, I really respect this lady, and I thought, wow, that's out of the blue, and I went and did it, and here I am. So this is good.
Did you think it would change your life or have the influence on your life that it's had?
Quickly you realise that there's a lot of shows that happen that don't have the beauty of idea behind them like House Rules does, and certainly they're not necessarily on a great network like Channel 7, and they just don't have the power. And like, you know, we're up to our third season, we're rating really well. I mean, I'm a lucky boy.
And it's fair to say when House Rules started, it took a little while for everyone to get their head around it, and then boom.
It was really stressful time, but I was so naive, I didn't understand, you know. So we opened like with 800 on one night, the next night it was 700, the next night it was 600, and we were still in mid-filming. And I went to the set on the weekend, and all the crew were head down, they were going like, nice knowing you, Joe, it's been nice knowing you, we're finished. But Channel 7 believed in it, and they really got behind it, put it on the encore and really got it going, and yeah, it just rose and rose, and then people, I think, started to understand what it was about. It's people's real homes, and that's the difference. Yeah, so here we are, we're doing well.
The Fast Five, are you ready for them?
Yeah.
First car you ever owned?
It was actually, I've got three boys, well now, at the time I only had two, but it was a big car, it was a Ford Territory.
Oh, there you go. A petrol guzzler.
Yes, but we've since downsized because we've moved into the denser part of Sydney and we can't fit such a big car, so now we had a Ford Focus.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good zippy car, I like it.
Okay, what is your most favourite car that you see on the roads? What car do you see and you go, I want that car?
If I was going to own one, it would be like a 911, one of the old ones, white, it has to be white, and it's like a 1980s Porsche.
Moving forward to the next question, what is the car that you see and you go, I do not want to see that car on the road again, I hope I never bump into it. That was a horrible car.
Well, I think I'm sort of a bit damaged by the name of it, but it was called the Ford Probe.
You're not damaged by the name of it, it actually looked like a probe.
The story I heard was it was actually marketed at middle-aged women, and for some reason the idea of it being called a probe was a good idea, Ford Probe.
What is your biggest fear?
So you mean not to do with cars, just in life?
Just in life?
Oh, just the health and happiness of my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, one thing about falling in love with someone and having babies is it makes you vulnerable because you really, really care. Yeah. And I think the only thing that would ever stop, I mean, obviously I'm way too far down the track. I have a wife and 3 babies, but the only thing that would ever stop me going down that path is knowing that I would be vulnerable by having those really important relationships.
Wow, there you go. What a man. An architect with feeling. There you go. And style when it comes down to it. Joe, thanks very much, mate, for coming on the show. All the best with the third season. I'm sure it's going to blow all the Australians away with some of the things they come up with. All the best.
Thank you, Aaron.